Bansou Sentai Kizunager, Bond 25, The Rainbow God and the World Pirates. The story begins in the spacecraft known as Shred Dawn. The Bonded King alongside Zaku Racer and Wizard Solar discussing about their newest ally that they have hired to eliminate the Kizunagers to prevent the New World Daybreak from happening. But Wizard Soul doesn't trust their new ally since they are a pirate and they are known to be traitors for their own greed and selfish games. But the Bonded King doesn't mind to pay the pirate if it means he will achieve his goal, as the pirate revealed himself as Zox Goldsinker alongside his siblings, Flint, Gutaner, and Ricky, who accept the Bansouenders' offer to eliminate the Kizunagers for a large amount of gold for them to spend on whatever they desire. Meanwhile at the Demi-Human Federation in another world, Professor Pethagoras tells the Kizunagers, Togo, Nagar, Emily, Shuji, Tsukasa, Tenri, Kiyohiro, Logi, Rainaya, Azra, Teltina, and Yihdra, about their new secret base being a gigantic Kizuna beast known as the Fallinket that will be their new base of operation and ally against the Bansouenders. This made the Kizunagers surprised to see the Fallinket again during their first space adventure and exciting that it is their new base to hang around. But then the professor explains to them that someone has been trying to contact them from across the galaxy and ask for their help to save their planet from being conquered. So now Togo along with Nagar, Emily, Shuji, and Tsukasa decided to join the professor to travel across space to save that planet from being enslaved, while Kiyohiro leaves the other Kizunagers back on Earth to prevent the Bansouenders from stopping them to create a new world. As the Kizuna Five and Professor Pethagoras enter the Fallinket back on Earth to make their way to space to save a familiar planet from being conquered, Kiyohiro and the other Kizunagers continue amongst their days and keeping their guard up to prevent the Bansouenders from attacking both Earth and another world. But then a rainbow beam of light appears out of nowhere and approaches the Demi-Human Federation to find a host to possess their body to collect enough bond energy to rebuild their physical form. At the city of Mezes, Yihdra is studying the legend bond plates to do some research of the previous Super Sentai teams that she and the other Kizunagers restored when they defeated a bond key monster. But then her body gets possessed by the beam of light, who used the royal scepter to obtain the power of all 12 bond plates from the Kizunagers to learn about their goal of creating a new world with bonds and magic. Back at Shred Dawn, the Bonded King shows Zox and his siblings their last and more powerful Kizuna Slayer yet, known as the Endercroc, that might help the world pirates in their mission to destroy the Kizunagers. But Wizard Soul still doesn't trust the world pirates, as he feels like they are going to betray the Bansouenders for their own selfish deed, as he plans to revive the Kikai Sentai Ender mates to redeem themselves to put an end to the Kizunagers. Back at the Demi-Human Federation, Yihdra meets up with the Kizunagers after getting a headache with no memory about what happened in between, as the same beam of light began to possess Logi's body to obtain the powers of the hero's sword to create a sample of monometal to create their own Kizuna brace and bond plate known as the Kizuna Master brace and rainbow bond plate to allow the being to rebuild their physical form to become a ranger once more. Just then, Kiyohiro and the other Kizunagers witness a group of Ngakons making their way towards the Demi-Human Federation alongside the Endercroc to cause chaos and destruction in their path as they head towards the city to save the Demi-Humans from harm's way, as the being left Logi's body and wait for the right moment to assist the Kizunagers. When Kiyohiro and the others arrive at the scene to battle against the Ngakons to save the Demi-Humans from danger, they get confronted by Zox and his siblings as they jump out of the Endercroc and explains to the Kizunagers that he'll be the one to eliminate them to earn some quick bucks, as he inserts his Sentai gear into his gear Delinger to transform into Zenkaizer to face against the Kizunagers, while Flint and her little brothers cheer Zox on from a distance. So now Kiyohiro and the others pull out their bond plates and inserts them into their Kizuna braces to transform into the Kizunagers. Silver, White, Night, Gold, Orange, Rise, and Magus. to battle against Zenkaizer and the Ingekons to save another world from the Bansouenders' wrath as Yihdra inserts the Kyuranger, Mega Ranger, Kyuranger, and a Bear Ranger legend bond plates into her Kizuna brace to summon Ninja White, Mega Red, JL White, and Abba Red to assist her friends to save the entire demi-human federation. When Zox inserts the Kyuranger and Kikai Sentai gears into his Gear-Delinger to activate his Shinken and Aran forms to weaken the Kizunagers a bit and take down the Ranger clones as well, Flint and her brothers retrieved the 4 legend bond plates from Yihdra to take them as their personal treasure to allow Zox to have the opportunity to defeat the Kizunagers for good. But then the same beam of light arrives at the scene to lend the Kizunagers a helping hand to defeat Zox as he possessed Kiyohiro's body and explains to the Kizunagers that he is the god of bond energy under the name of X, who inserts his bond plate into his Kizuna Master brace to transform into Kizuna Master, the warrior of infinite bonds, as he faces against Zox on his own and summons the hero's sword and the royal scepter to defend himself, which made Yihdra and Logi shocked that the Kizuna Master can use their own arsenals for their own game. So now the Kizuna Master inserts the unicorn bond plate into his Kizuna Master brace to summon his personal weapon, the unicorn drill arm, to perform the Rainbow Kizuna Spiral to take down Zox for good as he approaches Flint and her brothers to retrieve the 4 legend bond plates from them until Wizard Soul shows up and commands the Ender Croc to knock down both the Kizunagers and the World Pirates to allow him to steal those legend bond plates from them to revive the Ender Mates to help the Bansouenders defeat the Kizunagers for good without relying on the World Pirates' help.